Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're exploring something pretty critical in online gaming. It's about how casinos are using these really sophisticated algorithms to build a unique profile of you. Some sources are even calling it your betting DNA.
That's right.
So our
Yeah.
mission today is to unpack this surprising truth that basically every single thing you do online, every click, every pause,
Even how long you hesitate.
exactly,
Yeah.
every late night deposit you might make, it's not just gone. It's being recorded,
Yeah.
analyzed, and fed into this behavioral engine that's constantly learning about you.
And what's really striking, I think, is how these tracking systems, they weren't originally built for casinos. We're talking tech initially developed for
Yeah.
like military surveillance or really high-level e-commerce personalization.
Wow, okay.
And now they're being deployed right there in the gaming world. They're designed not just to watch, but to learn your specific patterns, predict what you might do next, and, well, frankly, to leverage that understanding strategically.
So it's more than just observation then.
Oh, much more. It's about the casinos building this real-time predictive model, a model of your sort of emotional and financial state at any given moment. It turns your digital footprint directly into their potential profit blueprint.
So what kind of data points are we actually talking about here? What builds this betting DNA?
It's probably more detailed than most people think.
Yeah.
We're talking about how long you hover your mouse over certain games before you click, your reaction time between placing bets, how long your whole session lasts.
Even the timing, like you said, those late night decisions.
Precisely, all that really granular detail. That forms the foundation of what the source calls your betting DNA.
Okay.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is how this rich data lets the algorithm classify you. And with remarkable precision, these aren't simple rules, you know? They're using dynamic machine learning models. Think like high-frequency trading or even personalized medicine. They're constantly refining their picture of your risk tolerance, your decision-making under pressure.
So they can actually label you like a type of player.
Essentially, yes. For instance, a thrill seeker isn't just someone betting big amounts. The algorithm sees a pattern: rapid, high-stakes bets, maybe moving quickly between different kinds of games. It's about the immediate rush, less about calculation,
Okay.
or an impulsive chaser. It's not just losing and betting again. The algorithm detects a specific pattern, like statistically significant increases in bet size or frequency right after a loss, maybe pushing past usual limits.
And other types too.
Yeah, or it might identify you as a slow planner if you take your time, analyze things, or a calculated risk taker if you seem methodical.
And this deep understanding,
Yeah,
it's not just for their internal reports, right?
Yeah.
It's used to actively influence you.
exactly. That's the core of it. They turn insight into influence.
So how does that work? Like, give me an example.
Okay, so our sources point this out. Say the algorithm notices you consistently chase losses late at night. It sees that pattern.
Right.
Then, maybe around midnight, ping, you get a notification. A special reload bonus, conveniently timed.
Tailored to that specific habit.
Precisely. Or maybe you often place high-risk sports bets right after you've had a win. The system flags you, maybe internally calls you a high-volatility spender.
And
And then you start seeing more flashy promotions, maybe suggestions for more exotic high-risk bets. It's not random. It's part of a continuous adaptive strategy designed to reinforce certain behaviors, behaviors that ultimately benefit the casino.
wow. So what's the bigger picture here? The deeper implication?
Well, one source described it quite starkly as behavioral warfare.
Behavioral warfare.
Yeah, it's this strategic, often invisible contest where your digital patterns, your predictability are actively leveraged against you to trigger specific responses, turning your predictability into their profitability.
So luck really doesn't have much to do with it anymore.
It redefines luck, doesn't it? You're not just playing against the house odds, you're kind of in this sophisticated psychological match against an AI. An AI designed specifically to exploit very human tendencies. Every interaction becomes a calculated move on their part.
And that explains maybe why some players get cashback offers and others just get ignored.
Exactly. Or why someone winning consistently might suddenly get banned, while someone else losing significant amounts gets VIP treatment and more offers. It's not about luck in the traditional sense anymore. That idea has been fundamentally rewritten online.
Okay, so this is pretty heavy stuff. What does this mean for the listener, for you?
What can you do about it?
Right. The core message we found in the source material is pretty clear. Knowledge is power. If these online systems can track you so minutely, well, you can track yourself too.
Become self-aware.
Yes. The key seems to be to pause, to breathe, to consciously set your own limits, your own boundaries, before the algorithm kind of sets them for you through these nudges and temptations. It's about reclaiming some personal agency.
Yeah.
It's definitely a stark reminder of how much our digital selves are being read, you know?
Indeed. And the source leaves us with this really provocative thought. It says, the only way to beat the system is to not play their game.
Don't play their game.
Which makes you think, right? In this world that's increasingly driven by data, by algorithms trying to predict and nudge us, what does it really mean to reclaim control? To set those personal boundaries?
How do you even recognize when an algorithm is subtly trying to dictate what you do next?
And how do you make the choice to disengage or at least respond purely on your own terms, not theirs? Something definitely to reflect on.